social and economical transformation in Zakopane, and as a result it was granted city charter in 1933. However, as early as in the first year after being granted city charter, the community of Zakopane faced the issues of balanced development and the questions of growth limits. Mainspring of the city development in the years 1935-39 were the preparation for the next mass-start international sport event, the Peace World Championships in 1939. After the Second World War, the city quite quickly regained its role of a spa and holiday center. New investments were made, especially at the eve of the next Peace World Championships held in Zakopane in 1962, 47 years ago. The organization of this event changed the image of the city and region for good. New streets, car park, restaurants, and hotels, chain, new services centers, shops, and sport installations, for example, jumping teams, cross-country courses, ski lifts, were constructed. Thus, the next championships were yet another impulse for further rapid development of the city. Parallel with the growth of the role of Zakopane as a culture and sport center, gradual disappearance of its function was observed. The spa beach of Zakopane disappeared also due to progressive urbanization, as well as the deterioration of the ecological condition. Drastically increased tourist traffic in Zakopane, but also in Tasha. Unfortunately, after this period of dynamic development of the city, economic and social transformations came to the standstill. No international sport events were organized. Stagnation occurred in the fields of investment. Tourist traffic decreased. International tourism was not existing at all. The political and economical situation of the country was not conducive to the development of Zakopane. In the 90s, after the collapse of the old political system, the new authorities were mainly preoccupied with the improvement of the ecological condition of the city and province, chiefly by developing the sewage system and installation of gas supply mains. The significant fact was that the process of building a new political system in the country started in Zakopane by the organization of the great international sport event, Winter University 1993. This university became not only the sport and culture meeting, but it was also a manifestation of the local community's support for winter sports. Zakopane celebrated the games of Catholic students. The organization of Winter University was a turning point in the development of tourism, which is the only industry of Zakopane. A dynamic development of hotel and catering infrastructure followed. Extended was the commercial and services network. Ultimately, community of Zakopane began to perceive the negative effects of such dynamic development. Somewhat chaotic and getting sometimes out of control. Yet again, the question about the limits of development was posed. In the year 2000, after the 2 years of public discussion, the City Council passed the strategy of balanced development of city of Zakopane. The strategy is the most important document for each and every local community, as it determines the future of development in the perspective of few years. Therefore, the passing mission, Zakopane, the Tatra Center of International Tourism, Culture and Sport, developing with respect for natural and cultural heritage, was a crucial event, a vital step into the future. This study holds a special value for Zakopane, a city of such culture, natural tourism, and sport qualities. Strategy of development came into existence as a result of undergone discussions, meetings, consultations, and training workshops attended by tourists the most important thing. City of well-educated people, academic center, culture center of Polish Slovakian Tatra Mountains, city in which minimum 75% of residents are satisfied with community and public transport. Zakopane, the winner of the contest for the safest and friendliest city in Poland. Clean, pleasant city, as well as organized spaces. Strategic goals, and please pay attention. What is the first? The first is the high quality of tourist services and promotion of the city. Zakopane, a center of sports and recreation with sport recreational infrastructure on a high standard. High standard for education. Zakopane, the meeting place of various forms of culture and cultural heritage protection. Improvement of transport accessibility of Zakopane and the system of the public transportation with the city. Improvement of the public and social safety as well as health care. Providing for a clean and balanced natural, environmental, as well as organizing the space. What is most important? Most important is that the significance of winter sport in the life of the city is reflected in the fact that the main strategic goal A will be implemented by means of the following operational goals. One is construction and modernization of the existing sport and recreational infrastructure, high quality of services and development, as well as effective tourism promotion, organization of sport events, domestic and international significance. And finally, organization if the winter sport events. It's characteristic for Zakopane that those three elements, tourism, winter sports, and urbanization, have become the driving force for the city and region development. Just in the city, City Council has made a lot of efforts to undertake to develop only the tourist and sport base, but also infrastructure, providing proper services both for both residents and visitors. Zakopane, as a sport and tourism center, continually aspires to be counted among the group of cities who is the organizers of winter sports events on the highest level. Zakopane just introduced a few years ago the candidacy for the organization Olympic Games for 2006. As you remember, we have lost the organization of Olympic Games 2006 was in Turin. But we didn't give up. We decided to bring to the FIS our proposal for the organization of the ski championships in Nordic disciplines. First for 2011 and the second time for 2013. And unfortunately we have lost, but we still hope that Zakopane will have possibility to fulfill the dreams for 2015. Conclusion from this short presentation is Zakopane developed from a little village into a city with 28,000 residents, with modern hotel and tourist base, into reputed ski and tourism center. Dynamically evolving tourism has become the driving force of this development. The evaluation of tourism occurred thanks to both the natural values which Zakopane enjoys, thanks to geographic location and human actions generating tourists by products fulfilling tourist needs. The history of Zakopane demonstrates the interrelation of winter sport with the process of urbanization and development of tourism. These three elements complement each other, interlock and drive the wheels of development. However, development, even the most beneficial, must have some limitations outlined. Determining the limits to urbanization is the fundamental condition of proper economic development, as the lack of control over these two elements may lead to ecological degradation of the natural environment, information is dispensable for the residents' life. Thank you for your attention.